there is an Italy known to the world, an Italy of grand cities and bustling piazzas, an Italy that sings its story loudly with operatic flair. But then there is another Italy, a quieter Italy tucked away at the very heel of the boot. This is Puglia, a land bathed in a golden, almost ethereal light. Here, the Mediterranean sun seems to settle with a gentle warmth. It kisses the ancient stones and the silvery olive leaves. This region holds a different kind of magic, a subtle allure. It invites you not to rush, but to wander, to discover, and to simply be. It is a place where the soul can breathe. Puglia speaks in hushed tones. It whispers through the rustling leaves of its vast olive groves. It shares its secrets in the cool shadows of its whitewashed towns. The air itself feels different here, carrying the scent of the sea and wild herbs. It's a land of stark beauty, where red earth meets turquoise waters. The coastline stretches for miles, sometimes rugged, sometimes soft and sandy. And inland, the landscape unfolds with a rustic charm. It's a place that hasn't forgotten its past. Instead, it wears its history with a quiet dignity, a dignity found in its weathered farmhouses and ancient pathways. This is not the Italy of fleeting tourist snapshots. This is an Italy to be savored, slowly, like a glass of good Primitivo wine, rich and full of character. It's a place where the rhythm of life is dictated by the seasons, not by the clock. The locals here, they possess a warmth, a genuine hospitality that is deeply touching. They welcome you not as a stranger, but as a friend. They are eager to share the simple beauty of their home. Their smiles are as bright as the Puglian sun. Their connection to the land is palpable in everything they do. Puglia is a journey for the senses, the taste of freshly pressed olive oil, green and peppery, the sight of centuries-old Trulli homes, their conical roofs like something from a fairy tale, the sound of the waves lapping gently on deserted beaches, the feeling of ancient stone beneath your fingertips. This is a region that asks you to slow down, to listen to the stories the land has to tell. It's an invitation to step beyond the guidebook, to find the Italy that lives in the quiet corners, in the forgotten towns, a place of timeless beauty and heartfelt connections. Imagine driving through Puglia. The landscape that unfolds is truly breathtaking. Endless expanses of olive trees stretch as far as the eye can see. These are not just any olive trees. Many are ancient sentinels, their trunks gnarled and twisted by time. Some have stood here for centuries, even millennia. They are living monuments, silent witnesses to history. Their silvery green leaves shimmer in the sunlight, creating a mesmerizing, almost hypnotic effect. This is the heart of Puglia's agricultural soul, the source of its liquid gold olive oil, a treasure cherished for generations. These groves are more than just agricultural land. They are sacred spaces. They represent continuity, a deep connection to the past. Walking among these ancient giants, you feel a sense of peace, of reverence. The air is still, punctuated only by the buzz of cicadas in summer, or the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Each tree seems to have its own personality, its own story. Some stand tall and proud. Others lean as if weary from the weight of years. They have provided sustenance and shade for countless generations. They are the backbone of Puglian life. The cultivation of olives here is an art form. It is a tradition passed down through families. The harvest, typically in late autumn, is a time of communal effort. It is a celebration of the land's bounty. The olives are carefully gathered, often by hand, to ensure their quality. Then they are taken to local frantois, the olive mills. Here, they are pressed to extract the precious oil. The aroma of freshly pressed olives is intoxicating. It fills the air with a promise of deliciousness. This oil is not merely a condiment, it is lifeblood. This connection to the olive tree shapes the Puglian character. It speaks of resilience, of patience, of a deep respect for nature. The olive groves are a constant reminder of the region's agricultural heritage. They are a symbol of its enduring spirit. Driving through these silvery seas of green, you understand. You understand why Puglia feels so grounded, so authentic, because its roots reach deep into the earth, as deep as the roots of these magnificent, timeless trees. Venture into the Valle d'Itria in the heart of Puglia. Here, a unique architectural wonder dots the landscape. These are the Trulli, quaint cylindrical stone houses with conical roofs. They look as if they have sprung from the pages of a storybook. Their whitewashed walls gleam brightly under the Italian sun. Their gray stone roofs, often adorned with mysterious symbols, point towards the sky. These symbols, painted in white, are said to be pagan, Christian, or magical signs. They were meant to protect the inhabitants or bring good fortune. Each one adds to the Trullo's mystique. The origins of the Trulli are shrouded in some debate. Some say they date back to prehistoric times. Others believe they were a clever response to taxation laws. Property taxes were levied on completed houses, so these dry stone structures, built without mortar, could be quickly dismantled. When the tax collectors were due, the roofs would come off, and then, just as quickly, they would be rebuilt. This ingenuity speaks volumes about the resourcefulness of the Puglian people, proof of their quiet strength in weathering every storm. Stepping inside a Trullo is like entering another world. The thick stone walls keep the interiors cool in summer and warm in winter. The conical roof, a masterpiece of construction, creates a surprisingly spacious feel. Often, multiple Trulli are joined together. They form larger complexes, with different cones serving as different rooms. Living in a Trullo connects you to a way of life that has remained unchanged for centuries. It's a simple, rustic existence, one that is deeply intertwined with the land and its rhythms. It offers a unique glimpse into Puglia's architectural soul. Today, many Trulli have been lovingly restored. Some serve as homes for local families. Others have been converted into charming guest houses or holiday accommodations. Staying in a Trullo is an unforgettable experience. It offers a chance to immerse yourself in Puglia's unique heritage. Alberobello, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is famous for its dense concentration of trulli, but you will find these enchanting structures scattered throughout the countryside, each one a silent reminder of Puglia's ingenious past. Each cone a small piece of history reaching for the sky. Puglia boasts two stunning coastlines, the Adriatic to the east and the Ionian to the west. This means an incredible diversity of beaches, and often you can find them wonderfully deserted, especially if you venture beyond the well-known spots. Imagine stretches of golden sand meeting crystal clear turquoise waters, without the clamor of crowded resorts, just the gentle sound of waves lapping the shore, and the warmth of the sun on your skin. This is the promise of Puglia's quieter beaches, a promise of serenity and unspoiled natural beauty. The Salento Peninsula, the very tip of the heel, is particularly renowned. Here, you can find dramatic cliffs plunging into the azure sea, hidden coves accessible only by boat or a winding footpath, secluded bays where the sand is soft and white, places like Porto Selvaggio, a protected natural park. It offers wild, rugged beauty and pristine waters. Or the beaches around Pescalus, often called the Maldives of Salento. Their fine white sand and shallow, clear waters are truly idyllic. These are places to escape, to reconnect with nature. Exploring Puglia's coastline is an adventure in itself. You might stumble upon ancient watchtowers. These stone sentinels once guarded against pirate raids. Now, they stand as romantic ruins overlooking the sea. Or you might discover a tiny fishing village where colorful boats bob in the harbor. And the pace of life is slow and unhurried. The local fishermen still head out at dawn. They return with their catch, fresh from the sea. This connection to the maritime traditions is still very much alive. It adds another layer to the coastal charm. Finding these deserted beaches requires a little effort, a willingness to explore, to turn down that unmarked track. But the reward is immeasurable. It's the feeling of having a piece of paradise all to yourself. The chance to swim in waters so clear you can see every pebble on the seabed. To listen to the silence, broken only by the cry of a seagull. Puglia's coastline offers these moments of pure, unadulterated bliss. It's where the land meets the sea in a symphony of color and tranquility, a true escape from the everyday hustle. Stone chronicles the timeless allure of old towns. Puglia's soul resides not just in its landscapes, but in its ancient towns. These are places where stone tells stories. Centuries of history are etched into every wall, every cobbled lane. Towns like Ustuni, the White City, perched dramatically on a hilltop. Its whitewashed houses cascade down the slopes, a dazzling sight against the blue sky. Walking through its narrow, winding streets is like stepping back in time. You get lost in a labyrinth of arches, staircases, and tiny squares. Each corner reveals a new vista, a new glimpse of history. Then there are towns like Lecce, the Florence of the South, famous for its exuberant Baroque architecture. Here, the local limestone, Pietra Leccese, is soft and malleable. It allowed artisans to create incredibly ornate facades on churches and palaces. The detail is astonishing. Cherubs, garlands, and fantastical creatures seem to dance across the golden stone. Spending an afternoon in Lecce's Piazza del Duomo is an experience. You are surrounded by such beauty, such craftsmanship. It feels like an open-air museum, but one that is vibrantly alive. Many of Puglia's forgotten towns are smaller, less famous, but they possess an undeniable rustic charm. Places like Loco Rotondo, with its circular historic center, or Sister Nino, known for its fornelli pronti. These are butcher shops where you choose your meat, and they grill it for you on the spot. These towns are not polished for tourists. They are authentic, lived-in places. Laundry flutters from balconies. Old men chat on benches in the piazza. Children play in the narrow alleyways. Life unfolds at its own unhurried pace. Exploring these old stone towns is a journey of discovery. You might stumble upon a hidden courtyard or a tiny chapel adorned with faded frescoes. You feel the weight of history all around you. The stones themselves seem to breathe. They have absorbed the sun, the rain, the joys and sorrows of generations. These towns are not relics of the past. They are living communities, proud of their heritage. They offer a glimpse into a simpler, more connected way of life. A life where beauty is found in the everyday, in the enduring strength of stone. A taste of the land, Puglia's simple, soulful cuisine. Puglian cuisine is a true reflection of its land and its people. It is honest, simple, and incredibly flavorful. This is cucina povera, peasant cooking, at its absolute finest. It was born from making the most of humble, seasonal ingredients. Fresh vegetables, locally grown grains, pulses, and of course, that amazing olive oil. Meat was traditionally a luxury, so the focus is often on plant-based dishes. Dishes that are both healthy and deeply satisfying. Every meal tells a story of resourcefulness and respect for nature's bounty. One of the stars of Puglian cuisine is its pasta, especially orecchiette, or little ears. This ear-shaped pasta is often handmade. You can still see women sitting outside their homes in towns like Bari Vecchia, skillfully shaping the dough with their thumbs. Orecchiette is typically served with cime di rapa, turnip tops, a slightly bitter green, sautéed with garlic, chili, and anchovies. It's a classic dish, simple yet bursting with flavor. Another local specialty is fave e cicoria, pureed fava beans with wild chicory, a comforting, earthy dish that speaks of Puglia's agricultural roots. The bread here is also legendary. Pane di Altamura, for example, is a DOP product. It is made with durum wheat semolina from the local Murgia region. It has a thick, crunchy crust and a soft, chewy interior. It's the kind of bread that needs nothing more than a drizzle of good olive oil. And speaking of olive oil, Puglia produces a significant portion of Italy's total output. The quality is exceptional. From intensely fruity to delicately mild, it elevates every dish it touches. It is the golden thread that runs through Puglian cooking. And then there is the seafood. With its long coastline, Puglia offers an abundance of fresh fish and shellfish. Grilled octopus, mussels steamed with white wine and garlic, fried calamari. Simple preparations that let the freshness of the ingredients shine. The local markets are a feast for the eyes, overflowing with colorful produce, fresh cheeses like burrata and stracciatella, and, of course, an incredible variety of seafood. Puglian food is not about elaborate techniques. It's about love. Love for the ingredients, love for tradition, and the joy of sharing good food with family and friends. The gentle cadence, where time lingers and life breathes. In Puglia's forgotten towns, time seems to follow a different rhythm. It doesn't rush or clamor for attention. Instead, it flows gently, like a slow-moving river. The days unfold with an unhurried grace. There's a palpable sense of calm that permeates the atmosphere. The frenetic pace of modern life feels a million miles away. Here, people understand the value of pausing, of taking a moment to savor a coffee in the piazza, or to chat with a neighbor over the garden wall. Life is lived, not merely endured. This slower pace is not born of laziness. Far from it. It comes from a deep appreciation for the present moment, for the simple joys that often get overlooked in our busy lives. The warmth of the morning sun, the taste of a perfectly ripe fig plucked straight from the tree, the sound of church bells marking the hours. These are the things that matter. There is a respect for tradition, for the cycles of nature. The siesta, or riposo, is still observed in many places. A quiet time in the afternoon when shops close and the streets empty. It's a chance to rest, to recharge, before life resumes its gentle flow. You see this gentle cadence reflected in the way people interact. There's always time for a conversation, for a smile. Hospitality is genuine and heartfelt. People are proud of their heritage and eager to share it. They move with a certain deliberateness, a sense of purpose that isn't hurried. This slower way of life allows for deeper connections. Connections with family, with friends, with the community, and with the land itself. It fosters a sense of belonging, of being rooted in something real and enduring. This unhurried lifestyle is perhaps one of Puglia's greatest treasures. It offers a refreshing antidote to the stresses of the modern world. It reminds us that there is beauty in simplicity, that slowing down can actually enrich our lives. In these quiet towns, you learn to appreciate the luxury of time, the freedom to wander without a plan, to sit and observe, to simply be present. It's a lesson that stays with you long after you've left, a reminder that life's true richness is often found in its quietest moments. Echoes of ages, living history in forgotten corners. Puglia is a land steeped in millennia of history. Its strategic position in the Mediterranean made it a crossroads of civilizations. Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, Normans, Swabians, Aragonese, they all left their mark. And in the region's forgotten towns, these echoes of ages past resonate powerfully. History is not confined to museums here. It is woven into the very fabric of daily life. It lives in the ancient stones of a crumbling watchtower, in the faded frescoes of a rock-hewn church, in the layout of a medieval town center. Wandering through these lesser-known towns is like an archaeological treasure hunt. You might stumble upon a Roman road, still visible after 2,000 years. Or discover a hidden Messapian necropolis, revealing secrets of an ancient indigenous people. The landscape itself is a historical document, dotted with massery, fortified farmhouses that once protected inhabitants from invaders. Many of these have been beautifully restored. They now serve as elegant hotels or agriturismos, offering a chance to sleep within walls that have witnessed centuries of history. The religious heritage is deeply rooted and remarkably rich. From grand cathedrals like the one in Trulli, dramatically overlooking the sea, to humble rural chapels adorned with naive yet moving artwork. The phenomenon of cheese rupestry, or rock churches, is particularly fascinating. These churches were carved directly into the soft tufa stone, often in remote ravines or caves. They were used by Basilian monks who fled persecution in the east. Inside, you can still find ancient Byzantine frescoes, their colors muted by time, yet their spiritual power undiminished. This living history creates a profound sense of continuity. It connects the present generation to those who came before. It fosters a deep respect for the past and its enduring lessons. In these forgotten corners of Puglia, you don't just learn about history. You feel it. You breathe it. It is a tangible presence, shaping the landscape, the architecture, and the character of the people. It reminds you that you are part of a much larger story, a story that continues to unfold in these timeless, sun-drenched lands, a story whispered by every ancient stone. Puglia's embrace a serenade to the slow life. Puglia, with its quiet towns and sun-drenched landscapes, offers more than just a holiday. It offers an embrace, a warm, welcoming immersion into a different way of being. It's a serenade to the slow life, a gentle reminder of the beauty that unfolds when we take the time to notice. This is not a region that shouts for attention. It whispers its charms. It invites you to discover its secrets at your own pace, to wander its ancient olive groves and lose yourself in the labyrinthine streets of its stone towns. The richness of Puglia lies in its authenticity, in the genuine warmth of its people, in the simple, profound flavors of its cuisine, in the timeless traditions that are still cherished and practiced. It's a place where the connection to the land is palpable, where history is not a relic of the past, but a living presence. The Trulli homes stand as whimsical monuments to ingenuity. The deserted beaches offer solace and a connection to the raw beauty of nature. Every element combines to create a unique and unforgettable tapestry of experience. Here, time moves differently. It stretches and breathes. It allows for moments of quiet contemplation, for genuine connection. Puglia teaches you the art of dolce far niente, the sweetness of doing nothing, not in an idle sense, but in a way that allows you to fully appreciate the present, to savor the taste of fresh bread and local wine, to listen to the stories of the old men in the piazza, to feel the sun on your skin and the history beneath your feet. It is a deeply restorative experience for the soul. Ultimately, Puglia's forgotten towns are a treasure. They offer a glimpse into an Italy that is perhaps less known, but no less captivating. An Italy that values simplicity, community, and a deep respect for heritage. It's a journey beyond the guidebook, into the heart of a region that stays with you, long after you've departed its sun-kissed shores. Puglia's quiet charm, its rustic elegance, and its leisurely way of life are an invitation. An invitation to slow down, to savor, and to fall in love with Italy all over again in a new, more intimate way.